speed work should only be done at certain places in the year. If you overdo speed work, it's going to cause injury. Speed work is most beneficial 6 to 8 weeks before a race. Now, all of these statements have some validity, but I believe speed work has a place in your program all year round. Kia ora team, Coach Brad here, all the way from Aotearoa, New Zealand. Now, I've been coaching triathletes and runners for around 20 years, and I believe that speed work in different amounts and different intensities has a part to play all year in your training program. Now, as a coach starting out, I would stick to the basic black and white of coaching. I would get my athletes doing a base phase, then some strength, then some speed work, then taper, then race, and then repeat. Now, this was not wrong. In fact, it was a really good way to make sure that I was just ticking off those training bases. But you know, overlapping some of these phases and switching them around can really create some freshness and fun in the training, especially if you and your athlete want to experiment and switch things up a little bit. If you try the same training approach year after year, it can get stale and you can lose that freshness. And you know what? When you switch things around and try different things, that's when magic can really happen. Now, I want to go over 3 reasons why you should be putting speed work into your off-season. Now, please don't stop your off-season plan or go to your coach, hey, but Coach Brad said this. These are just my observations and my learnings from coaching dozens of different athletes. And maybe some of these you can put into your plan depending on where you are on your running journey. Now, reason number 1, a little bit of speed helps with form. In your off season, you're generally logging quite a lot of slow miles. This helps develop a platform which you can then lay on your strength work and speed work on later. It helps reduce the risk of injury. Now, during this phase, I like to give my athletes a little bit of speed work. So I'll give them some strides, or maybe some 15 to 30 second efforts at their VO2 max pace. So that's the maximum pace that they can hold for around 5 minutes. But it's for only 15 or 30 seconds. Now, this isn't to work on speed, it's to actually work on form, because when you're running a little bit faster, you're automatically more mindful of your stride, more mindful of that form. You tend to run a little bit more upright. You tend to run a little bit more on your forefoot. So that speed work is actually excellent for trying to hone that form during the off-season slow mileage. Speed work is a great way to ensure that your form stays on point during the off-season. Reason number 2, speed work shifts athletes out of second gear. Another place I like to put some speed work in my athletes off-season is towards the end of their long run. So I'll give them some maybe 15 or 30 second speed efforts at their 5 or 10k pace, just to shift them out of that second gear that they've been in for that long run. This helps give them a little bit of space before the warm down. And it also just reminds them that they do have some speed there. And the athletes report that it's quite refreshing, and I think it actually helps prevent injury as well, as it puts different forces through the muscles, tendons and ligaments. Reason number 3 why you should have speed work throughout the year, especially in the off season, it helps prevent injury. So when a little bit of speed work is sprinkled in the off season, it helps the body become more resilient, and that in turn reduces the risk of injury throughout the year. So putting in a little bit of speed work, as in strides at the start of a run, or maybe a little bit of speed work at the end of the run before a warm down, or even some VO2 max efforts once a week or once a fortnight, can be very beneficial, even in that off season. Now, if you want some more tips on how to become an even better runner, you've got to check out the Run Experience app for the Run Fit Challenge. The Run Experience coaches are going to go over habits, 10 minutes a day, for 14 days to make you an even better runner. They're going to be talking about things like running, walking, full body strength, yoga, mobility, and of course, nutrition. So check that out now to make sure that you hit 2022 on the right foot. Thanks so much for watching, team. I hope you got a little bit out of it and you're gonna sprinkle in a little bit of speed work in that off season. If you want another video on how to work on speed, check this one out here. Otherwise, please go forth, champion compassion, be kind, earn those miles, maybe think about planting a tree, and I look forward to catching up with you on the next video.